Hi guys, Tony here, and we need to be doing some YouTube channel optimization in this video. Now, I actually recorded this video last night. It went on for about an hour, and later I found that the actual volume wasn't working, so apologies for the delay in this one. And we did get some articles back as well today, so that's kind of good. I can get into start adding more content on the site, and I've got something else very interesting I want to show you today as well. But first of all, we're inside the compensation accident channel that I got done by the guy on YouTube, guy on Fiverr. And what I want to do is come over here, just click on what your channel name is, and come over here to where it says My Channel. And you can see I've already filled things in. That I did this sort of live on video, but the volume wasn't working. So what I'm going to have to do now, I can't go back in time and put it back the way it was.
Will put in hand arrangements to ensure you receive the treatment promptly.
But the first thing I wanted to notice is, look,
you do not need
SEO,
to wait until the National Health Service will see you. Instead, we will arrange the treatment for you privately. Once again, due to the excellent relationships Accident Claims Compensation Group have with the treatment providers, this is covered under the terms of our no-win, no-fee agreement.
So it's really important that we optimize the channel. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I'll just walk you through what I did and explain to you rather than the video I did yesterday where I was typing everything out.
The amount of compensation you will receive will be based on your exact circumstances.
Subtitles in the video there as well. So we can do one more video with subtitles. That's not a problem. We can recreate that one. But the actual channel itself, I just can't put it back to where it was. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about is up here. We've got some options up here. So the first one is post bulletin, and what's really good about this is if you've got subscribers, what we can do then, say for example you got 365 subscribers, then you can, whenever you've got a video, new video done, you can take the URL for your video, you can put it into this slot here, and you can put a message like new video done, please check it out. Whether they check it out or not is irrelevant. What it does really is it gets you 365 links, internal YouTube links, and that kind of helps with the YouTube ranking and stuff like that as well. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. In here in the settings, what we can do, we've got the URL according to the username given to us when we created the channel, the username that the guy created for us. So he was good enough to put in a couple of the keywords, and that's okay, we can keep it like that. And here I just put in title accident claims advice, so that's going to be the theme of this channel. Okay, it's going to be about accident claims advice. That's the keyword that I want to go after there. Pardon me. With the channel type I've put here reporter. Okay, you can put whatever is most suitable for you, whatever you're doing at the time in your niche. So for example, if I'm doing something like I don't know, funny videos, I would do something like comedian. If I'm doing something that's internet marketing training, I might put something like guru. If I'm doing something like curation, I might put reporter. So that's what I'm doing here. Maybe if you're running a company or you're creating your own videos or something, you can put director, whatever fits in there. I just like to keep it as relevant as I can. And when it comes to the channel tags, what's really important here is that you use inverted commas whenever you're using a keyword phrase, and a keyword phrase being something that's got more than one keyword, okay? And the very first one you use usually has the most importance, the same as like on-page SEO when we're doing for WordPress, etc., as we covered in the WordPress SEO blueprint. So basically I've just put 5 or 6 in here, just sort of generic kind of keyword tags that I would go after anyway, that is relevant to the niche. Now, I didn't do any LSI or anything like that. I wasn't being lazy, just that I really just want to be focusing on accident claims advice, because to get a channel like this done for only $5, you know, I'll probably build this up to be doing, you know, 5 or 6 of these channels, and I can go after a different keyword each and every time. And I do have one main channel as well that I do use, and I will cover that as well, how we're going to optimize, use these as like a mini sort of network, a link wheel sort of thing. An internal YouTube blog network is probably the best way to explain it, to optimize and pass the link just through to that one channel there, and we will cover that a bit later as well. So I've got a cold today as well, so I might be struggling and sniffing and stuff to take a breath and just carry on. But here we can see here, let others find channel on YouTube if they have my email address. I just leave that. and save the changes there. There's nothing really to be done there. Now if I come back into settings again, we can choose themes and colors according to, you know, these little things up here. And you know, I like to keep it. I like to keep it just clean, so I keep it on that one there. So there's nothing really to change because it was already there anyway. And in the modules, the only thing that I did change here was I put in here to show other channels, and you'll see what that looks like in a second. You can also ask your audience, so you can have respond and vote kind of things. It's like having questions that people can ask you, and so they might ask you a question, you can answer them by video or you can answer them by text, and it just keeps building up your channel. Now, as I mentioned before in the sort of part one of this video, that YouTube is really a social network and in its own right, and the things that we're looking to do here is to be able to build up friends and likes and favorites and things like that. It's really important that we can get all that kind of stuff included when we're doing our optimization, but we have to do it one step at a time. We don't need to do everything this week, for example, to make that happen. It could be really unnatural. So what we will do this week is we will go and get, you know, a couple of gigs that are going to start the process off, and we can keep adding maybe another gig or two every week to keep adding that process, so that we're not doing everything at one time, okay? Because it's going to be a bit crazy to, you know, suddenly get 10,000 YouTube views for videos like this that's about accident claims. It could be different if it's something funny, or, you know, like a dog on a telephone or something like that. You would get away with it then, but for what we're doing, we just need to build slowly, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, the other channels will come into play as well, so that's how we can build a little network and stuff like that. So we will have one maybe for accident claims, we will have one for workplace accidents, we will have one for road traffic accidents, and whatever niche you're in, you can do the same thing as well, right? And when we come over here to the videos and playlists, what I did is I added some playlists, and I'll show you how I did that in a minute. And basically I've ticked here for my playlist to display. Okay, so I've got 2 so far, and I'm going to add more as I build the channel up, and when I do the optimization of each video with the titles and descriptions and tags and stuff like that. And I've got feature content set to all playlists, and I've set the video where I want that, the first video, the main video that I want to show, and I've set it on autoplay as well, so if someone comes in the channel, it will autoplay that video, right? So that's basically telling Google and telling YouTube, this is my most important video. Okay, so whatever we use in here, it needs to be relevant. And what you can see here is I haven't put I was talking so much yesterday, I haven't actually put in my accident claims advice, so I need to go and correct that now in a minute, right? And yeah, that's all we need to show in the videos and playlists. I'm just going to save the changes here, and I will go and change this video in a second. But when we come down here,
accidents compensation claims
this is probably the most important thing for us.
If you need treatment as a result of your injuries, our solicitor will put in hand arrangements to ensure you receive the treatment promptly. In most occasions, you do not need to wait until the National Health Service can see you. Instead, we will arrange the treatment for you privately. Once again, due to the excellent relationships Accident Claims Compensation Group have with the treatment providers, this is covered under the terms of our no-win, no-fee agreement, so that you pay nothing. Amount of compensation. Every compensation claim is unique. No 2 injuries are the same.
You can see
therefore, the amount of compensation you will receive will be based on your exact circumstances. However, you can rest assured that as a result of our solicitor's expertise, you will receive the right amount of compensation for your injury claim. Fill out a simple form with your title,
description. Basically what we're doing here, I'm getting my keyword in first, and I'm doing some text that's got some keywords through it, but I'm making it readable. It's grammatically correct, it makes sense, it's not just keyword stuffing, okay? And the about me, I've put in here accident claims advice specialist, and then I put some little information stuff there to make it look like it's a real person. And influences, what I did is I went over to the site itself, and when we were building the site, if you watch through the WordPress SEO blueprint videos, when we were building the site, we were doing authority outbound links, and we were doing the outbound links that were relevant. So we were getting links from campaign against drinking and driving associations type things, and we were doing some things like European Federation of Road Traffic Accidents and stuff like that. Headway is another one. These are all associations that are out there to help accident victims. So we're trying to position ourselves as being a resource for accident victims so that they can get some help. And what I've done with the influences, I've put all those in here, but I haven't put the URLs. All I've done is put in the names of them, and Google should know that that is relevant, okay? And that gives us a little bit further optimization as far as relevancy is concerned. Now, the country was initially set to Malaysia by the guy who created the YouTube channel, so I set that back to UK. And occupation, this is a good opportunity to get a few keywords in here. So I've got accident claims advice specialist, and so that's my main keyword in there again, accident claims advice, and chucked in a few other like personal injury claims advisor and stuff like that. For the company, I've put exactly what I've got on my contact page. So if you follow the WordPress SEO blueprint, when I was doing that, you will see that I was using Accident Claims Compensation Group, because the site we're optimizing is accidentclaimscompensation.org.uk, and what we were doing is just adding the word group to make ourselves look bigger. And that's when we did the geo-targeting in the side, and the geo pages in the sidebar as well, for London, Birmingham, Manchester, etc. So this is, you can see how it all starts to come together. But we're just interlinking between everything that we can, okay, to make it all relevant. So there's a lot of things in the YouTube channel that is relevant to the website, to what's on the website, especially in the sidebar. We're using the same information, and it just increases the optimization. It's kind of similar in some ways to the Google Places stuff that we're going to cover later. And when we go through that, it will make even more sense. Schools I've left out for now, and interest I've put down things like, just try to make it look normal, but I did stick the word law in there as well. And movies, I'm going to come back and do something later, and books, I'm going to do something later. Now, you could even do stupid things like John Grisham novels for the movies and the books, because it's kind of related. As far as Google being an algorithm is concerned, it actually might see some relevancy in that, but I just couldn't think of any off the top of my head. Music, I stuck something in there just to fill the gaps, so that we're looking like we're trying to take part in a social network, and basically just saved the changes there. And that was pretty much it as far as the sort of optimization of the actual channel was concerned. So what we needed to do then was, let's go into the settings here. We've got my channel here that we've just gone through, but now if you come down here and you click in the settings, and you're going to see these options down here. Yeah, so when I put an image in there, and when you do the image, I'll show you exactly what happens. You can change your picture, and it will give you an option to upload a picture or take a still from one of your videos, and that's exactly what I did. I took a still from one of the videos. So I'll just save the changes there, and you can see that that's what happened there. So this is the same stuff as what I did in the profile in the other settings, but you can see here it's got a first name and last name. That's what I was talking about before. Relationship status we should fill in. Hometown, I've got London, UK, so I've got a bit of relevancy in there. Current city, I put North London, UK, so I can keep the relevancy. I put the zip code, etc. This will change when I do a Google Places page, and when we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a virtual address, and we're going to take an 0800 number as well, which we will redirect via Skype, and that will be set up. One of the things we will be covering this week as well is adding a contact form, because we need to start to put some calls to action on the site now that it's starting to rank just a little bit, but we're not ready for AdSense yet. And I'm going to show you, as I mentioned before, I've got something really interesting to show you, and it's regarding AdSense, and we'll cover that maybe in the video after this one. Okay, so occupations, I just got my keywords in here. So we've got accident claims advice specialist, personal injury claims advisor. Companies, I've put accident compensation accident claims compensation group, and I've put in here National Accident Helpline. Now that's not a company in itself, but it's one of those keywords that keeps popping up every time I do keyword research, so I thought it would stick it in there for relevancy. Schools I haven't filled in, the interest I've showed you before, and the movies and the books and stuff like that. we will put some John Grisham stuff in there later, but I just couldn't think of any off the top of my head, so I have to revisit that. Now the playback setup, and basically what we want to do here is to make sure we've got show annotations clicked here, and always show captions, and always show automatic captions. Okay, that's all we need to do there. And for the email options, you can just tell it to email you once a week, and you will get some details and stuff. And this is really important here when we come down here to sharing. Now we've got an option here to connect accounts. So if we've got a Facebook account, a Twitter account, Reader account, Orkut account, and MySpace account, what we should do is we should have one for every niche that we do. But it's better if you're doing something like a niche that you can, what I'm telling people usually to do is basically, if you're going to get into promoting something within a micro niche, when you're doing things like Facebook and Twitter, then it's better to do one profile for all the micro niches that could be in that particular niche. And that's what I've done with my main YouTube channel. My main YouTube channel is about UK lawyers, so I've got things for divorce lawyers, I've got things for immigration lawyers, I've got things for bankruptcy lawyers, as well as personal injury lawyers. So all I need to do then is to have one main Facebook and one main Twitter and one main MySpace, etc., that is related to the same theme, and I can just keep using the same ones again and again and again, because it's really hard to manage 10 Facebook accounts and 10 Twitter accounts. So if I was going to get into 10 micro niches, it's going to be too hard for me to do. I like to keep things simple, as you know by now. This is the way I do it. Now we will get someone, probably from next week we'll start looking at social media a bit more, because we still continue to build our profile, and probably by week 4 then we start to get a bit aggressive with things like the backlinking and stuff like that, and the social media will kick in at that point as well. So it's going to be kind of a busy time between week 4, 5 and 6 as far as getting our content out there, doing backlinking, driving up the search engine rankings and stuff like that. But it's all going to be based around quality content, and when we're doing things like social media, it needs to be done properly, and we're going to hire someone on Fiverr to do that for us as well. I'm going to show you that. If the guy that I want to get is still there, you're going to see something really incredible. Okay, so basically what this can do for us, I mean, people say that the blog networks and link wheels don't work really anymore. I couldn't disagree more, because this is I mean, this is an invitation here from YouTube, owned by Google, to go and create a link wheel. It's, you know, in my mind, just the way I look at it, it's just the way I look at SEO. You know, I look at it in a very simple form. I try to break it down that way. Like, if we've got some, say for example, we had a Facebook or Twitter account or Orkut account and our MySpace accounts, and in each one of those we also putting some links to our YouTube account or Twitter account, or you can see what I mean. So each one of these could have references to the other within each account. So the Twitter account could mention in the sidebar somewhere about Facebook, where to find you on Facebook, where to find you on MySpace. You're creating a mini link wheel there. I don't care what anybody says, and in essence that's what it is. Okay, it just depends on how you're going to do it and how you're going to use it, but it's always going to come down to the one thing with social media, and that's the social proof. And that's how many people are liking you, how many people are favoriting you, how many people are retweeting you, sharing your content, etc. That's where it comes down to. So we need to be making sure that we're using quality content, otherwise it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So we've got to keep the relevancy, we've got to keep the social proof, and we've got to try and get as many social media links as we can, as honestly as we can, although I do have some things that I will be showing you that will show you how we can sort of jumpstart it, if for want of a better term. Okay, now I don't have those done yet. This will be done next week, and it's a really major part of the social media optimization, and it's an invitation from Google to go and do a blog, to go and do a sort of network of sites, and to do a mini social media link wheel. That's as far as I can see. And you know, if you think differently, drop me an email, because I'd love to hear opinions on it, but that's just what it is in bare essence to me. Previously, we're just going to make sure that we can allow others to find the channel, etc. Allow only friends to send messages and share videos. Yeah, keep that one on. Let them, you know, they've got to friend you before they can send videos, and otherwise you're going to get full of spammy things. But you know, there's ways to let them do that, but you need to be able to moderate it too. And if somebody's putting affiliate links in, what's really interesting here, if you're in a niche and sometimes you're stuck for monetization ideas, it's good to do that, because when you're actually going to edit them, or when you're going to review them, you might pick up some good offers there that you could promote yourself that you might not have seen before, and it gives you some ideas. That's the way I like to use it. And when you allow them to comment but you're moderating it, that's a good way to do it. And then you can just stick your own affiliate links in there. Pardon me. Because they're probably using bots anyway, most of them, and they're not real people. So if they want to give away that kind of information, and when they've been attempting to sort of manipulate your hard work, then, you know, all is fair, as they say, all is fair in love and war. Right, now here, mobile setup, what we can do here is we've got an email address that we can use if we want to upload videos by phone. That might be good for you depending your kind of niche. If you're building like a personal profile, a real personal profile, if you're in the IM niche or any niche, pardon me, you know, you can be taking pictures and you know, talking and recording conversations and stuff with your iPhone or whatever. This is one where you can just get it online really quickly and easily. And in the manage account, basically it tells you your account is in good standing. You haven't got any copyright strikes or anything like that, and that's the place where you can go and close your account if it ever comes to it as well. And we can click in here and view settings for how we want to, you know, for authorized sites. So we will take a quick look at that. Captions and subtitles, make sure it's ticked to allow viewers to automatically generate captions. And we can allow advertisements or don't allow advertisements. I recommend that you keep it on. I've just got a feeling that if you allow advertisements, then you're giving Google an opportunity to earn money, and therefore they're more likely to rank you higher, because at the end of the day they're a business. So you know, I don't say it's not going to harm me. It's not going to, you know, it's not really going to harm whatever I'm doing, and I will probably use advertising within my channel anyway. On my videos, where we can go and get like 1 and 2 cent clicks and stuff, and I'll show you how we set that up a bit later, but it won't be this week, okay? So that's a bit about it for all of this stuff, but we've still got some of these that we can just quickly cover as well. And the subscriptions we didn't cover. It basically tells us some channels that we are subscribed to, or it suggests some, and we will go and find some later, and we will subscribe to other channels so that it looks like we are being active within the social network. So that's really quite important. And authorized account to your authorized access, to your Google account can be done from smartphones and Microsoft Outlook and stuff like that. I haven't really used this, to be honest, but you do have a 2-step verification. So there's a video there that shows you what to do if that's the kind of thing that you want to do, but that's really not for me and not for right now anyway. Right, so that's basically it with the channel optimization itself. So I'm going to end this video here, and then I'm going to go and start optimizing one of the videos that we got back from the guy that's actually inside the channel, and I'll run through that for the benefit of people who might not have seen the WordPress SEO blueprint where we were doing that, and I'll show them how to upload subtitles in the video as well. So that can be something, you know, that'd be useful for people who haven't watched that video within the WordPress SEO blueprint. And I'll show you some other things that we need to watch out for when we are doing our video optimization itself. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.